Estes Park, Colorado, winter 23. Snow was falling slowly, and far between the mountains stood the Stanley Hotel. Yet strangely silent place, where at night some rooms are never truly empty. Aman Verma, a 27-year-old travel vlogger, had come to the US from India for one reason: to explore the most haunted places in America. His next target was the Stanley Hotel, the very place that inspired The Shining. When Aman arrived, it was around 5 p.m. At the reception desk sat an elderly woman. "Welcome to the Stanley Hotel." Her voice was calm, but there was something strange in her eyes. Aman smiled. "I'd like a room, preferably a haunted one." The woman gave a faint smile. "Room 217 is available. Are you sure?" Aman laughed. "Perfect. That's exactly why I'm here." She stared at him for a few seconds, then handed him the key. Room 217, the same room, where strange incidents had been reported for years. As Aman stepped inside, everything looked normal. Bed, curtains, lamp, everything clean, perfect. He turned on his camera. "Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're staying in one of the most haunted hotels in America." But the moment he stopped recording, a soft sound, like a cupboard shutting from inside. Aman froze. He opened the cupboard. Empty. Old building. Probably nothing, he told himself. 1:30. 2 a.m. Aman was in deep sleep. Suddenly, knock, knock, knock. He woke up. "Who is it?" No response. He opened the door. The hallway was empty, but wet footprints, as if someone had just walked by with soaked feet. His heartbeat quickened. Is this some kind of prank? He took out his phone, turned the camera on. But on the screen, the hallway looked slightly blurred, like something was interfering. Aman went back inside, closed the door. The camera was still recording. Suddenly, the bathroom tap turned on by itself, water rushing out. Aman panicked. "Hello?" No answer. He slowly walked toward the bathroom, turned the tap off, and looked into the mirror. Behind him, a shadow was standing. Aman spun around. No one. He looked back at the mirror. The shadow was gone. Aman quickly checked the recording. The video clearly showed the tap turning on by itself. But the most terrifying part, the shadow in the mirror was clearly visible. Yet, in reality, there was no one behind him. He paused the video, zoomed in. The shadow looked like a woman. Long hair, head slightly tilted. Aman immediately called the reception. "Hello. There's something wrong in room 217. The woman's voice came. "Did you see her?" Aman went silent. "Who?" Then, "Good night, sir." The call disconnected. Aman couldn't sleep. He searched online, room 217 Stanley Hotel ghost. The results made his blood run cold. Elizabeth Wilson, who had been injured in this very room years ago. "And people say she's still here," Aman whispered. And then a voice behind him replied, "Yes?" Aman slowly turned. In the corner of the room, a woman was standing. White uniform, her face unclear, but she was staring at him. Aman froze. His camera was still recording. The woman slowly moved toward him. "You shouldn't have come here." Aman stepped back. Suddenly, the door slammed shut. Lights began to flicker, and then complete darkness. The next morning, hotel staff opened room 217. The room was empty. Aman was gone, but his camera was lying on the bed. The last footage shows Aman standing in the dark, and behind him, that woman, now very close, leaning near his ear, whispering, "Stay, The video cuts off. Even today, room 217 is still available. Guests come, they stay. Some leave normally, but some say at exactly 1:32 a.m. If you listen carefully, you can hear a soft knock on the door. And if you open it, there is no one in the hallway, just wet footprints. Aman Verma was officially declared missing. Police arrived. An investigation was conducted, but no signs of struggle, no blood, no exit records. Only one thing was found: the camera. The hotel management handed the footage over to the police, but somehow a copy of that footage was leaked online. 3 days later, a video was uploaded on YouTube titled "Real Footage Stanley Hotel Room 217 Ghost." It went viral. Millions of views. People said, "This is fake. It's edited." But some people looked closer. When the video was analyzed frame by frame, something disturbing was discovered. In the last 5 seconds, when Aman is standing in the dark behind the woman, another face appears. That face slowly emerging from inside the wall. A user on Reddit wrote, "There are 2 entities in that room." Ryan Clark, an experienced paranormal investigator from the US. He watched the video and immediately said, "This isn't a ghost, this is something else." That same day, he booked a ticket. Destination Estes Park. Ryan arrived at the hotel. At the reception, the same elderly woman was sitting. Ryan said, "Room 217. She looked into his eyes and softly said, "Another one." Ryan smirked. "I don't get scared." Ryan set up cameras, motion sensors, audio recorders, everything professional. He whispered to himself, "Let's see what you are." 12:47 a.m. Everything was normal. 1:31 a.m. For the first time, a sound appeared in the audio recorder. "Stay." Ryan quickly put on his headphones. Then, "Don't leave." Ryan spoke. "Who are you?" A few seconds of silence. Then, 2 different voices at the same time. "We are here." Ryan's expression changed. Suddenly, the room temperature dropped from 22 degrees Celsius to 6 degrees Celsius. His breath became visible. Ryan checked the camera and froze. On the screen, in the corner of the room, a shadow was standing. But it wasn't the woman. This was something else. It was. The shadow slowly began taking shape. A man, tall, extremely thin, and his face completely dark, like a void. Ryan whispered, "Who are you?" The entity replied softly, "Not her." Ryan understood. There are 2 entities. The next day, Ryan checked the hotel records. He discovered, apart from Elizabeth Wilson, there was another case. Back in the 1970s, a guest had disappeared, named Daniel Harper. But that case was never made public. Ryan realized Elizabeth was a trapped spirit, but Daniel had become something else, an entity that keeps people from leaving so they can never escape. Ryan decided he would stay one more night. 1:32 a.m., the door slammed shut on its own. Lights flickered, and this time both entities were visible. Elizabeth, standing in the corner, terrified, as if trying to warn him, and Daniel, standing in front of Ryan, slowly moving closer. Daniel leaned close to Ryan's ear and whispered, "You saw us, now you stay." Ryan tried to run, but his legs stopped moving. The camera fell, still recording. The next morning, Ryan was gone too. But his equipment was found. In the audio file, the last recording. "Elizabeth, help me." Then, Elizabeth's voice. "Run. And immediately, a deep voice. Too late. The audio cuts off. So far, 3 people have disappeared. Daniel, 1970s. Aman, 2023. Ryan Clark was gone too. This was no longer just a haunted hotel. It had become a pattern. Local police shut down the investigation. Official statement. No evidence of foul play. But online, the case only grew more viral. People started calling it the room that chooses you. Maya Singh, an investigative journalist from New York, she followed the entire case and made a decision. Either this is the biggest hoax or something is seriously wrong. Maya traveled to Estes Park. The hotel was the same, silent, cold, and strangely alive. At the reception, the same elderly woman sat waiting. Maya said, "Room 217. This time, the woman didn't even smile. She simply said, "People don't come back from there." Maya replied calmly, "Then I'll be the first." The woman handed her the key, but added one more line. "If she tells you to run, listen." Maya set everything up. Cameras, live stream, backup recording, everything ready. She went live and said, "Tonight, we find out the truth." Time 1:31 a.m. 1:32. Lights flickered, camera glitched, and suddenly, in the corner of the room, Elizabeth was standing. This time, she was clearly visible. There was fear in her eyes, not anger. She spoke softly. "You need to leave." Maya asked, "Why? What is this place?" Elizabeth shook her head. "He won't let you." And then the shadow separated from the wall and stepped forward. Daniel. But this time, his face was clearer, and it wasn't human. His face looked like it was made of many faces, as if everyone who got trapped here became part of him. Maya realized, this thing consumes people. Elizabeth looked at Maya, and suddenly the entire room began to shift. Maya saw flashes, the 1970s, Daniel, alone in the room, performing some kind of ritual, trying to open something. And then something went wrong. Something came through. And Daniel became part of it. Elizabeth's voice echoed. "He can't leave the room. But if you stay, you become part of him." Maya's hands started shaking. "Then why has no one escaped?" Elizabeth replied, "Because they listened to him." Daniel slowly moved closer. His voice, low but powerful. "Stay." The camera was live. Thousands of people were watching. Comments flooded in. "Run. Don't listen. Get out." But Maya couldn't move. Suddenly, Elizabeth screamed, "Close your eyes." Maya instantly shut her eyes. Daniel's voice echoed, "Look at me." Elizabeth continued, "He needs you to see him. That's how he takes you." Couldn't move. With her eyes closed, Maya ran toward the door. The door was shut. But the moment she grabbed the handle, Elizabeth opened it. Maya ran out, collapsed into the hallway. Behind her, the door slammed shut on its own. Maya survived. She became the first person to walk out of room 217 alive. She published the full story, but she didn't reveal everything. In her last interview, she was asked, "What did you see inside?" Maya stayed silent for a few seconds, then said, "It doesn't take everyone." The reporter asked, "Then who does it take?" Maya gave a faint smile and said, "Only those who look back." That night, Maya was in her hotel room. She looked into the mirror, and for a second, behind her a shadow appeared. Daniel. Maya instantly closed her eyes. But this time, the voice came from inside her room. You left, but you saw me. Lights off. Silence. Even today, the Stanley Hotel room 217 is still available. But the staff quietly say one thing. If you ever hear a voice saying stay, don't look and don't stop moving. If you found this story scary, make sure to subscribe to the channel because the next story will be even more dangerous.